Hello then, this is well, it started out as mushroom soup. I'm not exactly sure what it is, whether it's mushroom soup or a sauce for pasta or what, I'm not sure, but I'm going to show you how I've made it anyway. It's nice, very nice. So, very, very spicy and gingery. So, if you like out spicy and gingery, you'll like this. Right, so, a couple of onions, well chopped up, nice and diced. Everything's going to get blitzed at end, so don't worry about it too much. Chop them up, start them off in a frying pan with olive oil. Just soften them down a bit. A little bit of butter as well. Soften them down a bit. When they've started to put a bit of colour on, but not brown, just a bit of colour on them, put in your cloves of garlic, about 4. I've just made it up as I've gone along, so a couple of onions, cloves of garlic, a chilli, red chilli, and a couple of sticks of celery in pan, all chopped up as fine as you can, so it's heading towards being a sauce, before you start blending it. So the smaller they chopped up, the easier it is to make it into a sauce afterwards. You're not having to fight with it, and they all sort of cook down better. So then you've got in frying pan, this sort of size. This is one I've used. This sort of size. So you've got, hang on, a couple of onions, cloves of garlic, like that. Not like that. Chopped up, you know what I mean? Couple of sticks of celery. Go on, we'll do it. That's it. We'll do it. So, couple of sticks of celery, all chopped up, and then you sort of sweat that down for a bit. And mushrooms is the main ingredient in this. Well, one of the main ingredients, and I don't think I'm going to put them out to show you what I've used, but I don't think I've got any other mushrooms to use. So, so anyway, don't forget mushrooms, because it's mushroom soup. You know what I mean? So don't forget mushrooms. But I ain't got any to put in it a minute. So I use chestnut mushrooms, about 8 ounce, a pound. Hang on, 8 ounces is what? 8 ounce. It's half a pound. Yeah, half a pound. Half a pound of mushrooms. Half a pound, 250 grams. I'm trying to put my brain in gear for everybody. It's not easy. I'm struggling to put it in fucking gear for myself. Anyway, so then you've got that sweating down in pan. Just about number 3. Just simmering it down. Put all your mushrooms on as well. So you've got your mushrooms in there. Don't forget your mushrooms, because it won't be mushrooms. So yeah, you've put your mushrooms in, sweating it down, got it on the stove, sweating it down, and then you get your flour then, right? You want 2 good dollops of flour, but if you put it in just like it'll just go cloggy, and you'll not get them lumps out of it. It don't work. So when you've got your pan full of stuff and it's all sort of bubbling away nicely, and then you put a spoon of flour on it. One of these, right? Let's have a look. That sort of size, tablespoon size, yeah. Plain flour. So you one of them in your sieve, shake it round like that. So you're getting a good covering on everything, like it's snowed on it, and then stir that in with a wooden spoon. Important to use a wooden spoon for this, because I found that you can use the back of it in the pan like that to sort of stir the flour into it to make it dissolve easier. And because you've got to do that much stirring, you don't want to scratch pan with a metal spoon, so you're better off with a wooden spoon, and it's nice. It's they wash out afterwards. So anyway, so then we've got that. So where are we up to? Then you need some stock, chicken stock. You need a pint of stock altogether. Farmer's Ales, Bradfield Brewery. Favourite place for beer, that. Yeah, there you go, free advertising. Right. Chicken stock. 1 cube makes about a pint. Right? So that in there, boiling water, peel it first. Boiling water and stir it around, whisk it up, and then you pour half of that in, half of it, put it there, keep stirring it round, and then another spoonful of flour, sieved in. Make sure you sieve it in, sieved in. Stir that round, and all the time it's getting thicker and thicker. And you start to think, oh, it's a bit cloggy, this, and a bit sort of, you know. Anyway, and then you want your rest of your stock in. Now I added a little bit more water. You can do if you want to. It's up to you. A bit more water, perhaps. I don't know. See how it goes. But don't worry about it being thick and sloppy, because you're going to add into it single cream. You're going to add that into it. A full pint of single cream. So, more free advertising for Asda there. Anyway, so yeah. So you pour your single cream in, and you just pour it all the way around. All the time you've got it sort of bubbling on a simmer. So you pour it all the way around, and it obviously stops because this cools it right down. So it stops bubbling. So you get a chance then to stir it in with your cream splitting, curdling, and all like that. And so you stir it in with your wooden spoon, and you'll gradually see it swirling round and becoming more like a fawny type colour. Yeah, this colour. Hang on. That colour. Can you see what colour is it? That colour. And then into that, this is where we start adding some spice to it now. Doesn't sound much like spice, but white pepper. I think I've added a little bit too much, perhaps, in this. About a teaspoonful, which is quite a lot, really, for white pepper. It's strong stuff. Hang on. That size. One of them, levelled. And I just sort of sprinkle it in, not into this bit, right? So into here, sprinkled it on, quite excessive. Then we got some, this is posh salt basically. Found it in Aldi, not Aldi, Lidl's. I don't know, Aldi or Lidl anyway, one or two. Lidl, I think. And yeah, right nice. Smoked sea salt from Cyprus, but I added that because I got it. You could use salt, you know what I mean? Just a bit of salt in it. So a good grinding of this over the top. And then one thing I'd not really thought about until I read another mushroom soup recipe, nutmeg. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. There's some nutmeg in it. Like on an egg custard. I sprinkled it over the top and started to stir it in, and it gets that sort of speckly colour in. And I probably put about a teaspoon of that in as well, which is still, again, quite a lot. So it's got a good strong, that's good strong flavours. And then, so from that point then you've got quite a sloppy, lumpy mixture. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? But like just like a soup with bits in it, right? With like lumps of mushrooms in it. Don't forget your mushrooms. Loads of mushrooms in it, and then you take it from that into a saucepan, because that pan's just not deep enough to whisk in or to blend it in. You know what I mean? So you take it and put it in a saucepan, and then you get your blender like that, and you blitz it up. Bzzz, I'm gonna have to wash that again now. Bzzz, like that, and just keep going at it all the time, and it just gets better and better. And it filled up with bubbles. It were full of air bubbles in there, and you could see all pepper and I'm hoping I've not forgot. Oh, I don't think so. But then anyway, right. So I tried it then, and I thought, oh Christ, too much white pepper. Too sort of. It's got lovely. Look at that, proper soupy type. Coat the back of a spoon. That's when you know it's thick enough. Look at that. Coat the back of a spoon without running off. I did learn something at catering college. If it's brown, it's cooked. If it's black, it's fucked. That's one thing I learned. Right, so that's that. And then I thought, Christ, it's too spicy with pepper. That's all you could taste. And I thought, what can I put in it that's gonna rescue it, basically? Because nobody would eat it if it were too much power. And all you had were white pepper in your throat. It's like, oh, hang on. So I'm looking in the fridge, and then I found some ginger, proper root ginger, and this on its own is massively powerful. In as much as if you stick that in something, that's all you're going to taste, right? So, but in this, because it had such a massive power of taste anyway, I thought, well, see how we go. So I put in about that much. Probably that much. Yeah? What's that? I'm trying to weigh it. I have no idea how much I don't know what it is. Hang on. Let's see how much it is. It weighs 2 ounce. Yeah, it weighs 2 ounce with its skin on, and you peel it. Just peel it off until you can see that. It's like that all the way around, and then just chop it up into really, really fine pieces. Really, really fine pieces, and then sprinkle it in, right, and then stir it in, and then when you get your thing in it again, when you put this in and give it a good blitz, you're getting in there fresh ginger. It's not being cooked. It's fresh, and it should be overpowering, but I think it's took it to I think it's made this into something different and something quite special. That addition. I happen to have got a bottle of ginger beer on go at the same time. Little again. Nice that. And so I've got that. So ginger beer. I think that inspired me. Ginger beer. And I think it works well with it. So is that it? I think that's about it. Tastes right anyway. Look, cleared my dish. Well, you got to test it, haven't you? Right. Thanks for that. Enjoy.